let me ask you a very important question. Out of all the 10,000 plus cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Out as of this video, which one is your least favorite, and do you want banned most? Do you want Ash Blossom banned, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, any hand trap like that, Called by the Grave, Infinite Impermanence, Red Eyes Black Dragoon, Max C, which is a problem, of course. It needs to be banned in every iteration of Yu-Gi-Oh! Not just the TCG, but the OCG and Master Duel as well. That would 100% nerf literally every deck, pretty much. But no, if you ask me personally, the card I want banned, and the one that I hate most of all, personally, is Branded Fusion. Now, what does Branded Fusion do? I'm glad you asked, because I got it right up. I got it up right here. Fusion summon one fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material from your extra deck using 2 monsters. Oh, it is once per turn. Never mind. I was about to say once per turn, but honestly, it's once per turn. I mean, it's fine. You can Ash Blossom it or draw the out, as stupid people who fucking use the deck say. But that's not saying much, because even people who use the branded engine with Branded Fusion say that it needs to be banned. So, and if people who use the card say that it needs to be banned, then it absolutely needs to be banned. Period. And that's people saying that who actually use the card, saying it needs to be banned. So what does that say about the card? Now, sure, it is once per turn. But again, that doesn't really matter, because when you think about it, it can be used to special summon Mirror Jade, for example, which can banish your shit. And honestly, every time I see, I'll be fine with a deck or whatever, and until I see Branded Fusion, and I'm sure, and you've seen this in my Master Duel videos as well. If I see Branded Fusion... I have no idea what happened, I'm sorry. If I see Branded Fusion at any point, I will surrender, without a doubt. Because I know 100% that they're bringing out Mirror Jade, which can banish your shit. And negating that, good luck. Good luck trying to negate that. Because again, you have to, again, it's once per turn, but most other fusion cards, which people could also be using to special summon Mirror Jade from the next deck, can be used as well. That aren't once per turn, and can use my monsters from my field as material as well. So they could just special summon another Mirror Jade if it gets negated and destroyed, for example, almost instantly. Which, sure, that's more Mirror Jade itself, but Branded Fusion is almost always the go-to for fusion summoning into Mirror Jade. And coming from a Shadow player whose ace monster prevents either player from special summoning once per turn, El Shadow Winda, for those who don't know, that's saying a lot. Because even though, she doesn't banish it, she doesn't destroy stuff. She doesn't use anything like material. She just limits both players from special summoning more than once. They can only special summon once per turn, and that's it. Which, you know, honestly is a decent effect because 2,200 attack points. I mean, for a fusion monster, it's kind of okay. But then you go to the defense points, which is only 800, so it's like, that's not much. So, an effect like that kind of actually balances it out. And it even prevents the owner of the card from special summoning more than once per turn as well. So, I'd say that's a fair trade. But cards like Branded Fusion, which can special summon Mirror Jade, and stuff like that, which can use monsters from the hand, field, the deck as well. Does Fusion summon like something like Mirror Jade, which can end up banishing stuff on your field, especially if it's something that you had literally just spent however many turns trying to summon, like an Egyptian god or a sacred beast, for example, like Hamon. That kind of sucks. So every time I see Branded Fusion in anything in Master Duel, I immediately surrender. I don't say anything. I just surrender. I will not. I refuse to play against anybody who plays Branded Fusion. I refuse. And again, that's coming from someone whose ace monster is essentially prevents either player from special summoning once per turn. So, more than once per turn. So, that's... And if people who use the engine as well as Branded Fusion say that it needs to be banned, then it 100% needs to be banned. And yeah, I absolutely fucking hate Branded Fusion. Like, it's not annoying like Max C, where every time your opponent special summons a monster, again, I use Live Twins as well as the Shadows, so, and Live Twins require a lot of special summoning in order to, you know, use the deck properly. And if my opponent uses a Max D, and I don't have a called by to negate that, I surrender. But Max C is at least somewhat more tolerable than Branded Fusion. Because at least with Max C, they're just drawing cards. But with Branded Fusion, again, they can special summon this monster that can banish my shit and all that stuff. So, well, yeah, Max C needs to be banned in its own right. It's at least more somewhat more tolerable than Branded Fusion. But yeah, honestly, that's all I really have to say. But yeah, let me know in the comments what Yu-Gi-Oh card you think should be banned the most. And I have another Spider-Man PS4 video tomorrow. I haven't recorded it. I just haven't started editing it and everything yet. I'll probably do that here shortly enough, actually. And I do have a Freedom Planet, speedrun as well. I'm going to upload tomorrow. I'm not going to say what level it is, but just know that I do play as Lilac, of course. Because obviously she is the best character in the game, which honestly isn't saying enough because she is the main character, so it makes sense that she would be the broken one and the best one to use in the game. But yeah. With that said, thank you for hearing me ramble on about Branded Fusion. Let me know what card you want banned most. Not just in the TCG or Master Duel, but every Yu-Gi-Oh! Format ever. Like, whether it be OCG, TCG, Duel Links, Master Duel, whatever. Let me know. I'm honestly excited to hear what you say, because I'm sure I'm going to probably get like a bunch of Ash Blossoms and Maxis, which I honestly understand. But until my next videos, take care of yourselves.